What's up, everybody? How you doing? It is your boy, Big B. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much. We are about to begin. We're going to start in 6 minutes and 18 seconds. Thank you so much to every person who is here right now. I see 33 people are here already. You guys are amazing. You guys are my stars. Big shout out to 80 Weitzman, Alberto Carras, Alex, Anis, Brandon, Ariel, C. Falbish, Dwan Barney, JP Jametti, Moshe, Morello, PM, Sandra, Thornhill, Wackar, and Fatima. 2 for 1. Yehuda, Yitzi. What's going on, everybody? So happy that you're here. So happy that everybody joined. This is going to be amazing. This is going to be awesome. You guys are absolutely going to love this thing. It is going to be incredible. I am excited to help everybody earn more money, make more money in your job, your business, and your career. That is the goal here tonight. That is why everybody joined. That's why we're here, taking time away from our families, taking away time away from whatever else we could be doing, because we want to make more money. We want to be successful. We want to be great. We want to be awesome. And I'm excited to deliver this to you. I've been working really hard on it, by the way, for the past. It took me longer than I thought it was going to take, by the way. I'm usually pretty good with coming up with, seminars, webinars, courses, all that stuff. This thing took me quite a bit of time. It was crazy how long it took me to do, but I'm glad that everybody's here with me. We're going to be starting in 4 minutes. For anybody who does not know who I am and you're tuning in for the first time, my name is Berel Solomon. I'm so excited to have you guys here. I had the opportunity to build multiple businesses that do sales in the numbers of 7 figures. And I want to help every single person that's going to be joining this do the exact same thing and earn more money in your job, your businesses, and your careers. I'm going to be giving out some really, really great prizes at the end. Everybody that stays until the end is going to be getting free stuff. So please hang on until the end. We're going to be about an hour together. This thing is going to be awesome. I want you guys also, please, to put your comments in the Q&A section where it says Q&A. Please try not to put comments in there. Please try to just put your questions in there so that we could really keep this thing really focused and we could really get drilled down to people's, what you're struggling with and how we can help you get over that hurdle so you too could gain prosperity in your business, in your career, whatever it is, in your family. 51 people have joined so far on Zoom. I'm so excited to be here with all of you champions right now. You guys are awesome. I'm so proud of every single person that is here with me. And you guys came in early. That's why I love you guys. The 57, 58 people that are here right now, big shout out to you for being early adopters who came into this thing and who want to make magic in their lives. Alex Haber, I see you there. I'm actually going to take you off. Guys, this thing is going to be awesome. 64 people joined so far, 65 people. We're getting started in 3 minutes. Cannot wait to blow up your revenue, blow up your businesses, blow up whatever it is that you are looking to achieve and to earn more revenue. Because at the end of the day, Joel Wall, thank you for raising your hand. I see you there, buddy. Everybody in this world wants to earn more revenue. Everybody in this world wants to be successful. There's not a person on planet Earth that I've ever met in my entire life that does not want to be successful. It is just coming up with the tools on how to do that. It's knowing how to get there and a roadmap on how to get to that next level in your life. And that's what we're going to start talking about right now. 2 minutes and 32 seconds. My name is Berel Solomon. All of you who just joined, thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for the love. Thank you for being on top of your game. And you will thank yourself after this, because this thing is going to be epic. Cannot wait. 2 minutes. Everybody's joining on Facebook. I want to give you a big shout out. You guys are awesome too. Thank you for all the love, guys. We're going to get everybody to the next level in their business, their life, in their careers. COVID, schmovid, who cares about a pandemic? Let's be successful and let's not let anything get in our way. So I'm going to start this thing in 1 minute and 54 seconds. I hope everybody's ready to start the next level in your life, to start the next chapter, to go on to the next thing. You know, a lot of people got killed during COVID. A lot of people got destroyed. My business suffered tremendously for a short amount of time. Thank God we rebounded really, really quickly, even stronger, even more powerful than thank God I ever could have imagined. And I want to give you guys the tools and teach you how I did that and how you guys could do that in your business, in your life, in your career. And we are about to get started. Anybody who just joined, thank you so much. I love you guys. 85 people have joined the Zoom so far on Facebook. I see you guys. You guys are epic. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. 90 people. Let me just give some shout outs before we start over here. So we have, here we go. Devora, thank you for joining. Dove, Ralph, Joel, Aaron, what's going on? Thank you guys for your love. Jonathan Kula, how you doing? Levi Klein, what's up? Idub, Ayaz, Leo, Prada, Marcus Baker, Michael Rubenstein, Mitchell Harris. I see you guys. Musha Wurzberger, Neil Greenbaum is in the house. Pius, PM, how are you doing? Guys, 43 seconds. Rachel Jacobs, what's going on? Everybody. Salfrigio, Scott Stone, Shifra Mendelovich, how you doing? Shine Ken, Shmuel Stern, Shmuel, Steven. 29 seconds to go. Stephen, Rachel, I see you. Thank you. I love you. Saul Pillar, how you doing? Snur Hartman. Guys, why am I reading out your names? Because I want to show you that this is not some pre-recorded thing. This is live. Big B is in your living room. We're getting started in 16 seconds. Are you guys getting excited? Are you guys getting pumped? Because I know that I am. This thing is going to be awesome. Yes. 113 people on Zoom thus far. Facebook, how you doing? Over 100 people. I love you guys. 1 second. All right. Without further ado, but before we get started, let's get ready to rumble. Is everybody ready? Everybody here? You guys are ready to roll? Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's get this party started. Let me first start by saying that I absolutely am so proud of every single person that is here right now. You guys could have been doing anything in the world. You guys could have been on Netflix. You guys could have been who knows where, who knows watching what, but you guys are here with me. You guys are making a commitment tonight at 8:30 at night when you guys could have been relaxed in bed and you could have been chilling, but you're here with me learning how to increase your revenue. And you guys are people that I want to be with. You're people that I want to know. And I want to give every single person here a very, very big pat on the back because you guys are epic. You guys are amazing. Let's do this. Before the end of this mastermind, I will show you how to generate $2,013,000 in revenue per year, every single year, in less than 36 months with absolutely no experience. Let me repeat that. $2,013,000 in revenue every single year. It's going to take you 36 months to get there, but you have to have absolutely no experience whatsoever. You don't have to be a doctor. You don't have to be a lawyer. You don't have to go back to school. You don't have to learn a new trade. All you got to do is follow what I'm going to give to you guys in this mastermind, and we are going to go places together. So if you knew for sure that my big claim that I just made was 100% true, there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, this thing was guaranteed. Would that be worth $584 to you? If you had to spend $584 in order to make $2,013,000 of revenue, would you do it? I would. If it was 100% guaranteed, I absolutely would. So by the way, if you stay until the end of this course, until the end of this mastermind, I'm going to send you a free video of how I generated $500,000 in revenue in my first year of business using LinkedIn alone. And by the way, Oprah, this is Oprah. When Oprah found out about it, she was so excited about it. She wanted to get involved. So she's screaming from the top of her lungs, you get a giveaway and you get a giveaway. Everyone gets a giveaway. If you stay until the end, you will get a free video on how you could build your LinkedIn just the way that I did in $500,000 a year in the first year of revenue, but you got to stay until the end. So I've had an opportunity to do a lot of really cool stuff in my life. You know, I've been a natural born salesman. I've always enjoyed it. It's something that's always been important to me. Before I was religious, before I was, you know, a Torah observant Jew, I was in the nightclub business. A lot of you guys know that because you already follow me. You guys are amazing. A lot of you guys know that I used to be in the nightclub business. I was the first person in the city of Montreal to bring the biggest rapper on planet Earth. His name is Drake. You may have heard of him. Check him out. This is me and Drake in 2005. The name of my company at the time was Wealthy Commercials. Did you guys hear the sound there, by the way? Name of my company was Wealthy Commercials. I'm sorry, the name of my company was called More to Life Entertainment. We used to bring people, celebrities to Montreal, and that's what we did. I used to be in that business of bringing people to the nightclubs, and I would bring them. I would do events. I would have 500 people there on any given night. But at a certain point, I realized that this was not the life that I wanted to live. Judaism was something for me that was more important than the nightclub business. I wanted to have the opportunity. I wanted to make a better life for myself. I didn't want to be in nightclubs for the rest of my life. It was something that was just not appealing to me. And I had to figure out a better way to live my life. And the way that I figured that out was one thing, every Jewish boy, their dream is, ever since I could remember, I wanted to run my family business. This is not me. I don't have blue eyes and blonde hair, but when I turned one, I maybe not one, maybe like 5 or 10 years old, I knew that I wanted to be involved in my family's business. Most people, they sit around their dinner table and they have talks about how they could, world politics or global warming, whatever it is. Our table, what we would talk about was one thing only, was business. And I, from a very young age, got exposed to business, and I really, really, really enjoyed it. People would talk about all kinds of things. We were talking about how my father's business was going at that time. And I decided that this was something that was really important to me. I wanted out of the nightclub business, and I wanted now to go into my family business, because this was something that was extreme. We grew up with this. We knew about this our whole life. And when I got this opportunity, I just hopped on it and I took it. So first few years, I didn't have very good results. I worked in my family business, and I have to tell you, it was not pretty. I remember one day I get on a phone call with this guy. His name is Chris Scott. And Chris Scott, I was cold calling for months. Nobody was answering the phone. Finally, when I got somebody on the phone, they would hang up on me. Our family business is recycling metal. So when I finally got this guy, Chris Scott, on the phone, he said to me, "You know what, kid? You're lucky. I just threw out my vendor. I'm not happy with how he's been servicing us, and I want to give you a shot. I want to allow you to try to recycle our scrap metal." I remember holding the phone as if it was like a hot potato. I didn't even know what to do with it. Here, finally, I was cold calling for months and months and months, and I get this guy on the phone, and he's so excited, and I didn't know how to close the deal. I took the hot potato. I ran into the vice president's office, and I said, "Adam, lead, on phone, interested," and I threw him my cell phone. Adam took that phone and he closed the deal so nicely, so well. He wrapped it in a perfect, beautiful bow. And I remember seeing him as a legend. I said, how did this guy just do that? I wish that I was able to do that. I wish I was able to close a deal. I wish I knew how to do sales. Here I am busting my hump every single day, trying to get people on the phone. Finally, when I get them on the phone, I don't even know how to close the deal. Everything changed when I found, I'm taking off my jacket because it's heating up. Grant Cardone is coming in the house. It's heating up in here. Everything changed when I found this guy. This guy's name is Grant Cardone. Probably a lot of you have heard me talk about this guy before. Maybe some of you know about him. He's probably the #1 sales trainer on planet Earth. The guy owns at least $1.5 billion worth of real estate. The guy's a champion. The guy knows what he's doing. The guy knows how to teach. And he taught me so much about business. He taught me so much about sales. He taught me so much about how to close deals, build business, grow revenue, make money. Here was a guy, he wasn't scared to talk about money. He wasn't timid about this subject. So many people are timid about talking about money. Here was a guy, he didn't even care. He would talk about money like it was going out of style. And you know what? The guy empowered me and taught me, and I learned from him. I've gone through so many courses. I've gone through so many books. I've read so many. I've been to so many seminars. This guy just drilled down right to the point. I had to trim through so much fat just to get to this guy. Everything started to change when I found him. So he has a book. He has a concept. It's called Sell or Be Sold. The concept is simple. Sell or Be Sold is based on the premise that every day we are selling. The child who wants a piece of candy and needs to convince his or her parents to comply, the teacher to student on why learning trigonometry is important, and the sales professional who closes the deal with a prospect. In other words, you're always either selling or being sold to. In every business relationship, in every family relationship, in every single instance in your life where you're dealing with another person, you're either selling or you're being sold to. If you want to go for Chinese and your wife wants to go for sushi and you are more convinced on your Chinese than she is her sushi, you are going for your meal that night. The same is the other way around. If your wife is more convinced on what she wants a new kitchen, she wants to go on vacation, guess what? You're going on it if she's more sold on it, because the power of selling is so powerful. It's not just in the business arena. It's the power of persuasion. It's the power of getting what it is that you want in life. It's the power of making it rain. And that is what we want to learn as people, because when you apply that in the business sphere, when you apply that in the business arena, you become unstoppable. You become incredibly powerful. You become somebody that nobody's able to say no to. That is a powerful, powerful, powerful situation. And that's what we want to achieve. The power of selling is the number one thing that has allowed me to get to where I am in life today. And that's the gift that I want to now give to every single person that is watching this live webinar with me right now. Let's keep on going. So we started to experience, this is again in my father's business, we started to experience explosive growth, right? So time, growth, it was like 3-4 years, nothing was happening. All of a sudden I started learning, I started training, I started growing, I started learning this art of sales. And at this point, what happened here is that I learned how to sell. We blew up the company. Literally, we skyrocketed. We took that thing from being, a nice little family business to a mini empire, because I was able to go and train the people around me on this thing called sales. I had 6 people working under me. I was able to reprogram their mind, rewire how they think, so that they could begin to make the type of deals and make the type of sales that I started making. We blew that thing up. I took my family's business with God's help, of course. Everything is with God's help. That's a big disclaimer that I'm giving. Everything comes from God. You cannot be successful if God doesn't give you the blessing. But I grew the business from $8 million a year in sales to $30 million a year in revenue after 8 years. I mean, we had explosive growth. We took products that we never even thought to touch, and we started to add those products to our product line. We took industries that we never thought we could break into, and we broke into them. We made a name for ourselves. We became a powerhouse in our industry. People would tell us all the time, they would say to us that you guys are everywhere. It just seems like you guys are omnipresent. Your company is so powerful. We were moving ahead at such light speed because we had understood this thing called sales, this powerful tool called sales. While everybody else was trying to, make good products and make good this and take their time and do nice marketing, we were like hungry dogs chasing the back of a meat truck. We were on fire. We built that company from $8 million a year to $30 million a year. And it's because of this thing called sales. This is where the story gets a little bit interesting. Around this time, meaning around the time where we blew up, is the time where we started to fight as a family. My 2 brothers are very strong people. We are both, how could I say this? We are all alpha males in our business, in our family, as you could probably tell. So, most family businesses, the good ones at least, they have, one family member in operations, one family member in sales, and one family member in, let's say, the accounting department. All 3 of us were in sales, and we were all trying to fight after the same cookie. And what happened was we're fighting like cats and dogs at a certain point. It got so bitter It got so bitter at a certain point. I said to my father, you know what? I think I'm going to leave the family business, because if I don't, I won't have a family and I won't have a business. So I better leave, because I see that it's getting a little bit too hairy right now. And I got to go figure something out, because this is not healthy for me or for you or for my brothers or for anybody. So we figured out that very quickly this wasn't going to work, and I had to, do something else with my life. So I had to leave, and that was my choice. It was my decision. And I was okay with it, because, well, you're going to find out why. So when I left my family business, I had 2 kids, I had a mortgage, I had 2 cars, and my wife was pregnant. There my wife is. She's amazing. She's so supportive. Eliana, I love you. Here's my 2 beautiful kids. This was about 4 or 5 years ago, before our 3rd child, Chaim, was born. It was a scary feeling in a certain sense. I had tremendous responsibility. Although in that picture I was only 27 years old, I still had so much responsibility. I had people that were counting on me, people that were dependent on me, I had responsibilities. When you're young, you could switch left, right, and center. Who cares? You could skip a beat and nothing's going to happen. I couldn't skip a beat. Otherwise my family is going to be out on their tuchis. That's bud in Yiddish. I remember that, I was earning a 6-figure salary and everything was great. And I built up all these contacts and everything after all this time. And now I had to go figure out a new business. It was a blow. It was scary. It was something that was completely unexpected. So this would be terrifying to most people, right? Leaving your family business, losing everything, having to start from scratch, having to go into a business you have no idea what, anything about. Video production. I remember I went to one of my business mentors at the time, and I said to him, Ronnie, I have a problem. I have to start a new business, and I want to open up because I'm fighting with my family, and I want to have peace in our home. By the way, thank God today we have complete peace in our home. My relationship with my family has never been better. When you take money out of the equation with family, everything just happens to go a lot smoother. It just happens to be like that. So I had taken the stance, I'd taken the approach that I was going to go, into the same business that my family was in. I was going to go into the metal business. Ronnie told me, my mentor at the time told me, you cannot compete against your family. You've been there for 8 years. You learned everything. I don't care if you built the business. You cannot go compete against them. You want to stay with them? Great. But you cannot go and compete. So for most people, in most situations, in most circumstances, this would be incredibly terrifying, right? Bang, wrong. Let me tell you why. Because when you understand sales, when you understand the power of selling, you could go and sell anything on planet Earth. Everything is available to you. I work with professionals all the time. I work with videographers. Our business right now is videography. We go to companies in the States and we film corporate videos, everything from product videos to healthcare videos and every single thing in between. I know nothing about that business. I know nothing about holding a video camera. My video people are capped. The highest paid one gets about $850 a day, and they're stuck at that. Why? Because they know video. But when you know how to sell something, you could sell, you don't even have to have the talent. You could sell somebody else's talent. You could sell what they are great at. So when you know how to sell, the whole entire world becomes open to you. You're no longer limited to just your immediate skill set, but you can now open up your skill set to the entire world. You could sell great people's skill sets by just knowing this one talent. So I wasn't really scared. As a matter of fact, it was time to show these boys who they were dealing with. Could you guys hear the music, by the way? Could somebody send me in the Q&A if you hear the music? Don't think you can. Time to show these boys who they were dealing with. So, wealthy commercials. When I started this company, I had a regular target. I wanted to do $200,000 a year. For anybody that doesn't know, I have a video production company called Wealthy Commercials. That's what we do. That's my main business. This sales thing is just something that I do on the side for fun to help people around me. Our regular target was $200,000 a year. When I started this business, I said, you know what? I need a target. My target's going to be $200,000 a year. How did I come to that? I figured that if it costs me $50,000 to produce, then I would have $150,000 left over as profit. And you know what? A person could live a nice life on $150,000 a year. I mean, let's be honest. So back to my mentor, Grant Cardone, he has this concept which is called 10X. All right. When you 10x a target, he says whatever target that you have, you should multiply that target by 10. That way it's going to force you to work harder, to sweat harder, to think bigger, to be stronger in what it is you're looking to achieve. And you'll be able to achieve greater if you have greater goals. So I did that. I 10x my target from $2 million a year in revenue. From $200,000 in revenue, which was my first year's goal, I 10x that to $2 million a year in revenue. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know what was in store for me. I didn't know anything about video, and $2 million a year was a really, really big goal. But again, I knew this one thing. This one thing is sales. When you know sales, you're able to apply that to anything. So here's what happened. The only problem was I didn't know how to turn on a video camera. So here's Dr. Evil, video camera. I still, by the way, people in my company laugh at me that I own a video production company. I have no idea how to turn on a video camera. But because I know the power of sales, I could sell other people who do know video to come work for me. And I can now sell their talents to other people. Right? Are you guys getting it? Are you guys getting the theme here? I could sell their talents to other people. And I'm the middleman in between that's selling both parties, right? I'm selling twice here. So I remember when I went to my bank manager and he asked me for my expected revenue in the first year. And when I went to tell him that I wanted to do $2 million in my first year of business, this was his reaction. That's not my actual bank manager. But he was laughing at me. The bank knows I was going for a line of credit. They know if you're in the construction business, what your expected sales are. They know if you're in a finance business, what your expected sales are. When I told him video production and I told him I want to do $2 million in revenue in my first year, the guy literally laughed at me. I still know who he is. I still see him sometimes. I'm still a little bit bitter in my heart about how he treated me that day, but he literally laughed in my face. It was a hurtful thing. Let's go. First year and second year, I didn't hit the target. This is me very upset. It's a recent picture. You can see the mask. My wife is awesome. She's always happy no matter what happens. I love her dearly. But me, I cannot miss targets. I was miserable. I tried my hardest in my first year, my first and my second year in business. I grinded so incredibly hard. I tried my heart out and I did everything that I possibly could have. And yet I missed my target. So what did I do? I trained, I practiced, and I grew. I trained, I practiced, and I grew. I kept on learning and studying this art called sales. Again, when you know sales, it's literally a superpower. So whenever I would miss a client, I would go back and say, why did I miss it? What happened? How can I make this better? How could I engage? And how can I finally get to this next part of my life? So I trained, practiced, and grew as much as I could. And then something amazing started to happen. The more I would practice sales, the more I would understand it, the more I would learn and study and grow and hone in on this superpower, all of a sudden I started getting contracts, and then another one, and then another one, and 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 another one, until it was literally a contract explosion, a nuclear explosion of sales. You cannot understand the feeling. If anybody here is in sales, and you know when you are on a sales streak, how incredible that feeling is, how awesome it is for somebody to say yes to your product and service. It is the most incredible feeling in the world. The more I studied, the more I grew, the more sales I would make, the more I understood how to close a deal, how to present an offer, how to make a product that was good for a market, how to spot opportunity, the more sales I would make. You guys ready for it? I became unstoppable. By the end of year 3, we did it. That's me and my daughter celebrating. By the end, this is the statement, our bank statement, Wealthy Commercials, January, December 2019, we hit $2,013,045 of revenue. And it took us less than 3 years to hit that initial target. Now, a lot of people would say to me, but Berel, maybe it would have been better setting a $200,000 target because you would have hit it and you would have felt great about yourself. I was willing to set a $2 million target and miss it. I'd rather miss it and come up short at $1 million. I'd rather do that than not hit my $200,000 target, right? Does that make sense, everybody? I'd rather come up short on a gigantic target than hit a small target. So I know you guys can't hear the sound, which is killing me right now. I'm going to come out of this for 1 second. Let me see if I can fix this because I want you guys to hear this. Yeah.
Ooh, well, Solomon, what's going on? 2.5 years you've been at this gig, huh, my brother?
Could you guys hear it now? Please let me know.
Woo, wealthy commercials, Mr. Solomon, what's going on? 2.5 years you've been at this gig, huh, my brother? Just want to tell you, super congrats. You're building a company, a multi-million-dollar company, and you're going to be doing.
Yes.
Just want to tell you, super congrats. You're building a company, a multi-million-dollar company, and you're going to be doing great things, pal. So look, just want to give you a shout out. If you're doing.
Guys, I'm so sorry for that. I'm having technical difficulties on my video. Please forgive me for it. Anyways, Grant Cardone heard about what I was doing. I told him, I sent him a message, said, Grant, after 2 years of finally struggling every single day and learning and training and growing and learning your material, I was finally able to hit my target. The guy sends me, can you imagine how powerful this is, how sweet it is, how nice it is? The guy sent me a personal video saying, congratulations, I'm so proud of you. By the way, if you heard that video, please let me know in the comments. I know I'm having technical difficulties. I'm glad that at least you know that I'm not perfect. Oh, thank you. Yes, we could hear. Awesome. 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 So Grant sends me a message, makes my life, makes my year. I hit the $2 million mark. Thank God. And it was a big milestone in my life. This thing called selling also got us into other cool things. Maybe you know who this is. This guy's name is Gary Vaynerchuk, probably the biggest social media marketer on planet Earth right now. I was able to do a conference with him in Toronto. We sat on the same stage teaching social media marketing to tens of thousands of people in a Toronto stage. It was one of the best experiences of my life. Check it out. This guy's
Berel Solomon,
epic.
Keep on hustling, baby. One life. We only deal with very wealthy companies.
Gary Vaynerchuk is an awesome guy. I suggest you go follow him right now. I was able to, I hosted the world's largest LinkedIn meetup right here in Montreal.
And here we are tonight, ladies and gentlemen, at the world's largest LinkedIn meetup ever in history. Big round of applause to Montreal.
That was super fun. I also earned Canada's LinkedIn Entrepreneur of the Year award. Shout out to Jamie Benizzi, who actually put the whole thing on. That was an epic situation. The reason why I was able to get all these things was because this thing called sales, you have to sell yourself into these positions. It doesn't just happen. Now let's go to our disclaimer. You will not do $2 million, $13,000 in sales overnight. It just won't happen. It comes to a point where you have to learn every single day. You have to work at this thing like any skill in the world. I'm not suggesting that overnight it's going to happen. But if you want to be a great basketball player, all you got to do is keep on shooting at the hoop. If you want to be a great salesperson, all you got to do is train. And I hope I've made the connection between sales and money at this point because they are completely connected with each other. Sales equals money for people. When you are close to the revenue stream, guys, this is very important. I want you to know this. When you are close to the revenue stream, you're able to make more money. Let me give you an example. In a company, if you have a janitor, they are very far from the revenue of a company. That's why the janitor usually earns the least amount of money in a company. But when you're a CFO, right, or a controller or accountant, you're a little bit closer to the money. You're a lot closer to the money than a janitor. So you're going to earn more money. Why? Because you're closer to the money. When you're in sales, you are earning the most amount of money. Why? Because you are in the revenue stream. You're swimming in the stream. You're in it. So when you know this thing called sales, but it's not going to happen overnight. But imagine when you do make that 2 million revenue. By the way, I keep on saying 2 million. It's not 2 million profit. It's very important to 2 million in sales, right? I still have my costs of producing the thing, of all my fixed costs, of all my overhead. I'm talking about revenue, sales dollars. It's very important to make that distinction. But imagine when you do sell $2 million of whatever it is that you're looking to sell. Wouldn't that change your life? This could be you. A lot of you have probably seen this movie called The Wolf of Wall Street. I haven't. because apparently there's a lot of non-kosher things in there, but a lot of people have told me that it is. This could be you, or whatever that version is of you. Maybe that money that you're throwing is to a charity, or maybe that money is throwing to your mother that needs help, or maybe that money is throwing to your kids to make sure that they could go to college, or maybe that money is going into your bank account where you could go then and put into real estate and you could go create generational wealth for yourself and your family. So are you guys ready for the game changer? Are you guys fired up? Because I know that I am. Sales gets me pumped. Is everybody ready for the big, major game changer that I'm about to drop on you guys? You guys ready? You guys ready? Knowing how to sell is the one thing that will make you more money without having to start all over again. Let me repeat that. Knowing how to sell is the one thing that will make you more money without having to start all over again. What do I mean by start all over again? A lot of people, when they want to make more money, they go back to school. That's a big problem, especially if you have a wife and kids, okay? It's a very, very big problem, especially if you don't like school, like I hated school. You don't have to start over. You don't even, a lot of times, you don't even have to change your career. You don't have to change the business that you're in. You don't even have to change the company that you're in. You just have to change the angle and the direction and start learning new tools in order to not have to start all over. It is the number one thing that will make you more money, bar none. I don't care if you're in e-commerce. I don't care if you're in B2B, B2C. Sales is king. So here's a big secret, numero uno. Sales is not hard. A lot of people think sales is difficult. Sales is hard. Sales is something that's uncomfortable. You know, a lot of people say, I don't want to sell. I'm not that type of person. I don't want to be pushy. I don't know how to do it. I don't have a product. A lot of people think that it's hard. And this is something that we've been told. Sales is difficult. Sales is hard. Don't go into sales. It's a hard career. I want to show you, probably a lot of you have already seen this video. I'm going to show it to you guys anyways, but I want to show you how my 5-year-old son, what sales looks like on a very micro level so that you guys could start to imagine what it looks like on your level. Guys, starting a business is not as hard as you think it is. All you need is a product.
Oh, I think we have another customer.
You need some marketing.
It's $1.
And you need a salesman or a saleswoman.
You can have it for free.
And you're in business, just like that.
Yeah,
go get him, Tigers. What are you waiting for? A lot of people think that sales is difficult, and justifiably so, because it's everything you've been told. I want to point out something. Why did I want to show you guys this video? Because the boy in this video, the handsome boy, happens to be my son. Okay. And in this video, if you notice, there's lemonade and there's a sign. But if there was no salesperson, if there was nobody in that video, if there was nobody on that street corner going, lemonade, lemonade, nice, cold, delicious lemonade, standing there to greet clients, to interact with them, to give them a price, to give them the product, if he was not there, that lemonade would not have sold itself. Think about it. If that lemonade was there, it was the best lemonade in the world, and it was just standing on a street corner and nobody was around and nobody was even there to serve you or to give you a price or to charge you for it, would you drink that lemonade? I absolutely would not. It is all dependent. Selling that lemonade was all dependent on that one thing, that little boy being there going lemonade, lemonade, because that is what sells. Products sell themselves, of course, but salespeople sell the product. And that is what I'm trying to drill into everybody's head. When you know this skill, you're able to sell whatever it is that you want. So a 5-year-old kid can make $149,000 a year. Let me explain to you how. We stood on that street corner for 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, we made $24. The reason why we had to leave early was only 20 minutes was because I ran out of lemonade. Really, we had so much lemonade that I ran out. And I'm not a good operations person. So what did I do? I ran out of lemonade. I only made one thing of lemonade. But if we would have stood there for at least an hour, we would have made $72 in an hour. That would have been 8 hours a day. We would have done $576 in sales that day. We would have done $2,800 in revenue that week. And at the end of the year, a 5-year-old kid would have done $149,000 in sales. Why? Because his father taught him how to do sales. His father taught him how to pitch a product, how to make it appealing, how to make it delicious, how to transfer product for money. That is what sales is all about. Sales, the definition of sales is transferring money for a product. So when you know how to push something into the market, when you know how to push something into the market, you're able to take anything in the world, whether it's lemonade or real estate, and you're able to go push that into the market. And even a 5-year-old kid is able to make 149 grand a year. So that means that you and I should be able to at least do the same thing. Secret number 2. Are you guys ready for it? Secret number 2 is you are already a salesperson. All right. What am I trying to say? What do I mean by that? Every person that's watching this is in sales in some way, shape, or form. It may not say sales on your business card. It may not say sales on your resume or on your LinkedIn, but sales is something that is in your blood. Sales is something that you're currently doing, and sales is something that you do every single day without even realizing it. I'll give you an example. If you sold yourself to your employer, every person that's watching this right now at some point either worked for somebody or interned for somebody, right? You had to sell yourself into that position. You had to sell yourself and convince your employer, hopefully a little bit better than this guy. If you hire me, I'll make all your dreams come true. But you had to sell yourself to your employer to tell him or her that you are the right candidate for this job. And they should choose you over the next person or over the next guy or girl. So if you ever found yourself in a position in a company, even if it was the janitor, by the way, I want to tell you that you did a sale. You sold yourself, and it was a big sale. You know, most people get paid, let's say $30,000 a year, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, $100,000 a year. You have made, without even realizing it, you have made $100,000 sales before in your life. The problem is once a person gets into a company and they get hired as a janitor, secretary, accountant, even salespeople, by the way. The problem is once you get into the company, you stop doing sales. You stop pushing forward. You stop your ball. You're no longer selling yourself. So you don't know how to get your raise. You don't know how to take on more. You don't know how to grow the company, and you don't know how to get to the next level, to move up the corporate ladder because you left your sales skills at the door when you walked in. Really, if you use those sales skills throughout your journey, whichever company that you find yourself in, and I would surmise that a lot of people here either own their own businesses or work in businesses. If you used your sales skills and if you use that to get up the ladder of your company, you would explode your revenue because you'd be able to take on more. You'd be able to get more raises. You'd be able to go into sales of companies, and you would be able to now finally get out of the rut, right? You know, if a person here, I would guess most people that are watching this right now earn anywhere between $40,000 and $80,000 a year. My wife is walking in. Yes, Eliana. I would surmise anybody watching this right now, $40,000 to $80,000 a year, right? I'm probably right. And even if you're at the higher level of that, $80,000, that's not a lot of money a year. After vacation, after camp, after groceries, rent, insurance. Maybe a barbecue every now and then. It doesn't go far. Right. So you're probably joining this because you wanted to make more money and you realize that you're stuck in your job. So what do you do about it? The answer is this one thing. The answer is getting good at this thing called sales. When you know sales, you're able to go. There's no ceiling. There's no cap. I know salespeople who earn $1 million a year plus and they work for companies. Why? Because they're close to the revenue stream. When you're in there, you're swimming in the stream. The last person that's getting fired in a company is the salesperson. Let me give you another example where you sell in your life. You sell in your love life. You've done it probably more times than you know. This little pisher, she said yes. If you've ever asked a girl out on a date, or if you've ever gotten engaged, or if you are married, chances are, without even knowing it, you sold that person. You sold them to get on the date with you. You sold them to get engaged with you, and you sold them to marry you. That you are the person that's going to take care of them, that you are the person that's going to love them, and that you are the person that is the right person to stay with for the rest of their life. So you are engaged in this thing called selling every single day since you're a kid. You didn't even realize it. And the last thing that people sell themselves on, and people sell themselves every day on this is Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett says, so then they said, money doesn't buy happiness. And you see all these rich white guys. We make these little sayings in our head. We convince ourselves that money is not everything, that money won't bring happiness, that money won't, solve all of our problems. By the way, all those things are true. But does that mean that we shouldn't strive for it? Does that mean that we shouldn't make it? So we sell ourselves. I remember one time in my company, in the first or second year, when things were really, 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 really tough, I started to convince myself. I started to sell myself, saying, you know what, maybe I'm not the person who I thought I was. And maybe money isn't everything. And maybe it's not for me. And after all, money doesn't buy happiness. And I started to sell myself that I am not going to be somebody that's going to be successful in life. And a lot of people that are watching this are probably doing the same thing. You got to reprogram your brain, and you got to know that you are $1 million man. You are $1 million woman. There's no difference between you and somebody else, but they know somebody. They have information, and that information is the knowledge of how to make a sale. Secret number 3. You guys ready for it? Who's having fun, by the way? I am having a blast. I hope you guys are doing the same. Oh, cool. You guys are raising your hand. If you're having a blast, raise your hand. You guys are awesome. I love you. That's really cool. Actually, you can't see it on my screen. 52 people raise their hand. I love you guys. I'm having a great time. We are going to leave this and we're going to be successful. We're going to own our cities. We're going to own our towns. We're going to own our industries. We're going to become champions because you are worth every single penny of it. Now, secret number 3, there are opportunities to sell things every second of every day. People think, what am I going to sell? I don't have anything to sell. I don't have a product. I don't know what to sell. I want to give you a small example. During COVID, my business was decimated. I had $250,000 of contracts that disappeared literally overnight. Okay. And guys, please put your questions in the Q&A. I'm going to get to them at the end of this. Please put your questions there. I had $250,000 of contracts that disappeared overnight. It was so scary. It was so devastating. I built up this company for 3 years. I thought it was done. And I had nothing but time on my hands. All of my shoots got canceled. Everything disappeared overnight. And I thought that everything was over. Until I heard a little bird told me one day that there's an opportunity to sell masks in the market. North America needed masks desperately. China was choking all the masks. And there was no mask production here in North America. And there was a huge opportunity. So when you know how to do sales, you also pick up like the sixth sense about how to get opportunity, how to find. You could smell opportunity. I smelt this opportunity of masks. So I took the opportunity and I sold a friend of mine that he should become an investor and we should start bringing in millions and millions and millions of masks. We sold a Chinese company that they should start producing masks for us. And then finally, when we brought the masks to North America, we sold masks to everybody. At one point, people don't know this. I kept it a little bit low key. People don't know this. We were probably at one point the largest distributor of 3-ply masks in Canada. I mean, we were selling them by the container load at one point. So while the whole world is going to heaven in a handbasket, your boy Big B and all my partners and everybody around me, we were crushing it during COVID. Why? Because we knew how to sell. Are you guys getting it? Even during the biggest economic downturn of my generation, of my life, when everything went to hell, we were able to be successful because we're able to see opportunity and we're able to sell the right people and we're able to get our product into the market. So when you know sales, you're not dependent. You're not dependent on what the market is doing. You're not dependent on what the world is doing. Even when there's a catastrophe, you're able to be successful. You're able to rise above, just like Noah in the ark. Even when there's a flood, you're still on top because you have a talent, you have a skill, a superpower. It's literally a superpower, this thing called sales. So back to our secret. Secret number 3, there are opportunities to sell things all around you. Another example, companies are always hiring salespeople no matter what. If you're a great salesperson and you are truly a good salesperson, you are going to be hired by any company that you knock on the door of. I'm convinced that I could walk up to any company on planet Earth and get a sales job in the next 15 minutes. Literally, I could do it because companies want salespeople. A lot of people that are watching this right now, I would guess that you are struggling if you were laid off from your job. A lot of people got laid off during COVID. It was a nightmare. And you're probably struggling and looking for something to do right now. You're probably looking for some sort of relief from this. And you notice that people aren't hiring secretaries today. They're trying to figure out how to get rid of them. People aren't hiring assistants. everything that was fluff before, not God forbid that assistant or a secretary is fluff, but they're trying to trim the fat. Anything that is not revenue is getting cut out the door. I mean, look at my own company. I had to trim fat because of COVID. We had to become more lean. Who was the first people to go? Project managers and assistants. Those are the first people to go. Who's the last people to go? The salespeople, because they have all the revenue. They have all the money. They're bringing in the cash into the company. So if you think you don't have opportunities to sell, companies are always hiring salespeople. Even when they're laying everybody off, they're still hiring salespeople. Just another example, real estate broker in your town. If you leave your front door right now, okay? If you leave your front door and you count just the houses on your block, you could probably count $100 million worth of real estate just on your block. Don't go to the next block. That $100 million will be traded over the next 5-10 years. It's going to be bought. It's going to be sold. If you're able to plug yourself in, if you're able to get into sales, you could have a piece of that action. And obviously, last thing you could sell is your services. When you Every person that's watching this has a skill set. My wife is great at teaching guitar. There's people who are great at baking. There's people who are great at who love collecting things online and finding deals and selling them. People have services. People that are great at copywriting. There's people that are great at there's a million teaching, whatever it is, teaching a second language. You could sell your products and services. You don't have to have iPhones from China to sell. You could think outside the box, but when you know how to sell, you could apply that to everything and anything you're doing, and you could be successful in any market, at any time, in any industry, in any economic climate. Secret number 4, and this is the last secret. Secret number 4 is it is easy to generate leads. People say, okay, great, I have something to sell. I'm motivated to do it, but who am I going to sell to? Realistically, who am I going to sell to? Every person today has an average network of 3,000 people directly connected to them between your cell phone and your WhatsApp, your Facebook, your Instagram, your LinkedIn, your TikTok, your Twitter, your Twitch, whatever it is that is still by the end of this webinar, there'll be 4 other ones that will come out. Every person has a network, has people that you're close to, people that know you, people that trust you, people that engage with you. I mean, my personal favorite out of all these, by the way, happens to be LinkedIn. Probably most of the people that are on here right now are actually from my LinkedIn. So when you have people today, it's not hard to generate leads. All you got to do is put it out there. Literally try it. Take a product, take a service, throw it out there on all of your social media. If it bombs, who cares? You're in the same position as you were before. And if it does great, well, guess what? You now have an extra revenue stream that you can make more money with at the end of the year, that you could start to live the life that you deserve. So secret number 4, it is easy to generate leads today. My company, by the way, and Wealthy Commercials, I put a post about this the other day. I have more leads than I can handle. Elias and I were just talking about this. He's the VP of Wealthy Commercials. We have more leads than we can handle at this point because we've posted so much on social media. We built up such a social media following that we are able to choose the best clients and the stuff that's most tailor-fitted to our specific business, that we could do the maximum amount of revenue with the minimum amount of work that is streamlined and cookie cutter. So it is not hard to generate leads today. As a matter of fact, it's the opposite. It is easier than ever. You used to want to get leads to go sell your chazarai. That's in Yiddish, it's garbage. You used to want to sell your chazarai. You used to have to take out an ad in the newspaper. Today, you could do it all for free. People use their social media for all kinds of crazy things. People use it to gossip. They use it to post pictures of their kids. Who cares? I mean, I post pictures of my kids too, but the point of social media is not to be used by it, but it's to use it. It's to use it to sell things. Sell your products, sell your services to your friend. Arbonne is a great example of this. I mean, I happen to, we just bought Arbonne products, $220 worth of Arbonne products from this lady that, sold us through social media. I mean, I know her. She lives 7 blocks away from me. How did she get to me? She posted on social media that she had this stuff that takes care of dandruff. I have dandruff problems, and she sold it to me, and it works. So Arbonne is great. I would have never known it if she didn't post about it. It's not hard to get leads today. Let's stop for a second. I would like permission. I need permission required beyond this point. To go forward, I need permission. Why do I need permission? Because I am going to sell you something. Can I have permission? Can you guys raise your hands? I need permission before I go on. 29, 32, 38, 39, 40. I need permission, guys. Give me permission to go forward. I'm going to wait. We have 199 people. I need at least 100 people, please, to give me permission to sell you guys something because I cannot go forward without it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. 86, 88, 89, 90. Let's go. 93. Let's go. I need 8 more. Boom, boom, boom. 100. Beautiful. Thank you for your permission, guys. I love you. You guys are amazing, by the way. Really amazing people. Truly amazing people. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, what I would like to sell to you is Berel Solomon's master course. I created a course. You guys know about it. I've been shouting from the rooftops for the past month about it. I've had to go through every single crummy sales program. I can't tell you how many dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of sales programs I've had to go through in order to find a tidbit here, a trick there, a technique here, a thought process there, a product. And I took all of this information that I've been studying for the past decade, and I put it together in a sales course that has absolutely no fluff in it whatsoever. Every course I've ever taken has had a tremendous amount of fluff. You cannot imagine what some people will say out there. I don't want to say names. I just saw somebody start posting on LinkedIn today. He's giving sales advice. I happen to know he does not do sales in that company, but yet he's giving sales advice. I'm somebody that has spent 10 years learning sales, applying sales, building multi-million-dollar businesses. My main business is not this. It's doing business. But I know the secret. I know what it is. I know how to apply it. And most importantly, I know how to teach it. Here we go. You guys probably see it. I'm showing it to you anyways. Every person has an art. My art happens to be the art of making a sale. I've had the opportunity to learn from some of the greatest sales trainers of our generation. I've gone through the material, I've studied it, I've learned it, I've mastered it, and I've applied it. And now I'm coming to you in this course to teach you everything that I've learned to build multi-million-dollar businesses. In this course, you should expect to learn how to generate attention, how to get leads, how to book meetings, how to handle objections, how to write up a contract, and how to get the signature on that dotted line. My name is Berel Solomon, and welcome to my masterclass. If you have already bought my master course, please raise your hand because this thing was a work. Every person has an art. I took something. You guys are amazing. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Please put in the comments, by the way, how much you liked it. Actually, only use it for Q&A, please, because I don't want it to get muddled up. We're getting to the Q&A portion of this, by the way, guys. I want to make sure that we get to your questions and we get to that. But I want to sell you guys my master course. And I want to show you that there's people who are using it right now, literally as we speak, that are building their business, building their lives, building their careers. And that has given me so much joy. That has given me so much empowerment to keep on going forward. Here's a video that I got right after I launched the course. Check it out.
Hey Berel, what's going on? I wanted to share something with you. So business was a little down this week, and I just started my cleaning company, and I was feeling a little down. I received your master course today. I watched it. I'm up to chapter 5. I want to tell you something. It gave me the energy, the confidence. I jumped in my car. I said, I'm making more sales. I met a contractor this morning, and thank God he told me he might have 3 jobs for me. Berel, thank you so much. Your course has been very helpful. Thank you very much.
Did you hear what this guy said? He said that he had the confidence to get into his car and to start going to do sales. Why? Because I always say that if a person does not know how to do sales, how could you ask them to go into a field? If you have a soldier that you want to go into war and you don't give that soldier a gun, of course he's going to be scared and hide in the bunker. But if you give that soldier a bazooka, and he knows that he's better than anybody else in the arena because he has the ammunition, he's going to be the first one on the battlefield. And the same thing is with the salesperson. So this gentleman, after he watched the course, he felt empowered. He felt successful. He felt knowledgeable. He felt confident, not because it's a feeling. Confidence is not a feeling. Confidence is knowledge. When you know you could walk into a prospect's office, or you know you could walk into somebody's house and sell them something, you're going to want to walk in every single day. Why? Because winning breeds winning. The more that you win, the more you want to win. And when you know how to win, it is so incredibly contagious. So when you are confident in yourself, when you're confident in your abilities, your how can I say this? Your production goes through the roof. So here's a very special offer that I'm giving only to the people right now that are joining this webinar. It is a very, very special offer. It will not be offered to anybody else going forward. Here's a very special offer. Number one, by the way, continue to write your questions. We're getting to the Q&A. We are going to get into some really juicy stuff in the Q&A. Please wait and put your questions there. I will get to them. Number one is full access to my sales master course. It's usually $195. Number two is a LinkedIn deep dive course. I've never offered this before, guys. I'm doing it in September. This thing is going to be epic. I've used LinkedIn, I think, better than 99.99 people on planet Earth. I built my entire business on LinkedIn. I've learned so much about how to utilize that platform properly. I'm doing a LinkedIn deep dive in September. It's going to be amazing. I'm selling seats for $299. The Sales Master Course audiobook, I'm also putting this bad boy here. I'm putting this into a audiobook because a lot of people have told me they want to listen to me when they work out. They want to listen to me on their, on their drive to work, or they want to listen to me before a sales meeting. So we're putting it into an audiobook. That's going to be $90. And we're giving a 30-day money-back guarantee on all of our products. If you buy anything from me and you don't make at least 10 times what you spent with me, you get all of your money back, no questions asked, my absolute pleasure. So remember at the beginning, I asked you if you were to spend $584 with me, if that was, and you were able to achieve $2 million in revenue, is that something that would make sense to you? And everybody here raised their hands and they said yes, and you nod your head and you thought that it was great. Well, I have news for you. It's not $584. I'm offering to you guys all of this value. Everything that you see right over here, I'm offering it to you for $93 today. I'm including all of this value because I want you guys to win. I want you guys to be successful. You guys stood the test of time. It's been almost an hour that we're here with each other, and you guys want to learn, you want to grow, and I don't want to waste this on other people. So you're going to see me advertising this, by the way, all over the internet in the next few weeks, and you're going to see that I'm going to be charging $584 for this. I'm going to give it to everybody here that joined me for $93. But before we get into the Q&A, I want to show you just one last person. This lady is so special. She sent me this video today. It touched my heart. I want you guys to watch it.
I recently took Berel Solomon's master class, and I have to say that as an interior designer, I found tremendous value. In one particular area, I was unsure of what to do within my business, and his course really answered it for me. And it's interesting because his course is really about sales and marketing, and one would wonder, how does that affect myself as an interior designer? And I have to tell you that I wasn't sure what was the proper way how to bill my clients. In the past, I would sign the agreement with the client, do the work, and then send them my invoice. But that's not the way to do it, because many times I found myself running after the client, begging them, please pay your invoice. Meanwhile, their job was done. Their interiors were designed, and it was on to construction. What about me? What about my time? What about my value? And I had a problem with that. So I learned from Berel Solomon. This is just one of his modules, and he teaches that you've got to charge before you start the job. And you've got to charge. Best way to do it is with credit card, because you're showing the client that when they put their money down on the table, they're getting all your quality. You're not hemming and hawing back and forth when to pay. I'll send you the bill in a few weeks. No. We're doing it now. We're billing it now. We're charging it now, and I'm giving you my all. And when I don't have to run after you.
This lady was struggling in her business. She was struggling to get paid from clients. One of the modules that I teach in my master course is how to not have that anymore. How to command how to get the money that you deserve in your business. Everybody that's here is selling something, whether it's yourself, whether you want to sell yourself on a raise, whether you want to sell somebody marry you, or whether you're trying to sell in your business. Every person who's watching this has to do sales in one way, shape, or form. So I want to go over my special offer one more time before we go into Q&A. So again, full master course, full access to master course, $195 value, LinkedIn deep dive course, $299 value, sales master course, audio book, this and this are coming both out, by the way, in September, and a 30-day money-back guarantee on any of our products. So really, it doesn't cost you $584. It costs you $93, and it doesn't even cost you $93 because if it doesn't make you at least 10 times what you paid for it, we return your money. So it's going to make you money. So I want to jump now into Q&A, okay? We're going to jump into it. I have a whole bunch of questions here. Let's load it up, guys. I see that's loading up. I'm going to run this Q&A for the next 20 minutes. For the next 20 minutes, you and I are going to go through questions, and this special offer that I just gave you guys, all those 3 things, by the way, they all end when this timer ends. We are done. I'm taking that offer off. So you could go to berelsolomon.com/special offer. If you did not buy my master course yet, go buy it now. You get all that value for $93, and you get all the other things we're adding on to it. berelsolomon.com/special offer. It's valid for the next 19 minutes and 31 seconds while we do Q&A. Here again is the link. Okay, good. Let's go into Q&A. Guys, go grab it. Go grab it. Alrighty, I'm going to start from the top over here. So, question number 1, Addie Weitzman. Do you feel social media such as LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram will ultimately fail at making real connections? Addie Weitzman, absolutely not. I feel that LinkedIn and Instagram and Facebook, particularly LinkedIn, by the way, has been the #1 tool that gets me to know people and that gets people to know me. When they see me posting for 4 years, day in and day out, they wake up and they have their morning coffee and bam, Berel Solomon is in their face. They trust me. But it's up to me to reach out to them. So when I reach out to them, I get on the call with so many times with presidents of companies, and they say, Berel, you don't know me, but I know you. So how does that happen? It happens from social media. Why? Because people trust people that they know. When people see you on LinkedIn or whatever it is, and they see that you're being vulnerable and they see that you're sharing your life and your journey, they're going to be part of your journey right there with you. And they appreciate you, and they're going to give you business because they trust you. All right, let's keep on going. Questions. Elazar Klein, already bought, where are we? Eva Kornbluth, what happens if a prospect doesn't want to give a deposit and he hasn't done that before with recruiters? Okay, great question. So Eva's question is, what happens if a prospect doesn't want to give you a deposit? Guys, I'm a very big proponent for deposits. We don't do anything without a deposit. I want to make sure that people are in the game. People need skin in the game. Skin in the game means a deposit, means money. If a person doesn't want to give you a deposit, you have to figure out, I wouldn't say leave them alone. That's what most people would say. You have to explain to them why a deposit is important. Eva, you have to say to the client, I'm going to kill for you. I'm going to crush it for you. I'm going to put my heart and soul into this. I'm going to eat, breathe, and sleep placing the right person in your company. In order for me to do that, for me to feel comfortable, I need a small deposit. It's not a big deal. It's only a couple $1,000. Put it in the deposit right now, and I'll put it in the contract, Mr. Buyer. I'll put it in the contract for you that I will give it back to you if I do not place the right person in 30 days. You need a deposit, Eva. Make sure that you get one, okay? Guys, we have 16 minutes left. 16 minutes left to get that incredible special offer. Go to berelsolomon.com/special offer to grab your special offer. By the way, I see over here that special offer is not spelled properly. I'm going to change that right now. Special offer. Is that how you spell offer? Being a salesperson, you don't know how to. You don't have to know how to sell. You don't have to know how to spell. Okay, back to the questions. Yes, guys, go berelsolomon.com/special offer to go grab all of the incredible things that I put in that special offer for you. We have 14 minutes left. Let's go. Israel, as a COVID nursing administrator, how would you sell your home in a COVID world other than wealthy commercials? Right. So it's an absolutely good point, Israel. How Israel's a nursing home administrator. He has to sell, by the way, knowing that Israel in the first place, that you actually have to sell people to come to your nursing home is already leaps and bounds ahead. Nursing homes have to sell every single day of their lives. Absolutely. How do you sell? You have to get on the phone and you have to make sure that those hospitals know that you're there. You have to give them regular updates that you are doing everything in your power to make sure that people are continuing to do what they have to do in the nursing home to keep it safe. You have to be in their face. You have to send them videos. You have to send recovery stories from residents. If you have a resident that recovered from COVID, take out your phone and film that resident saying how you helped them recover from COVID, and send that to the hospitals so they know what it is that's going on inside the hospital every single day. You have to build great relationships with your hospitals. And how do you do that? By being in their face and offering 10x value every single day. Israel, I hope that answered your questions. Joseph, no 10. Zoltan, 93 Canadian dollars. No, it's 93 US dollars. And no, you cannot pay with Bitcoin. Okay, Yosel Backman. I've been getting busier in my private chef business, but I've realized that without myself being in there, it doesn't work. The job just isn't a success. So how do you grow a service beyond selling yourself? Please answer. Okay, Yosel, you may not like my answer, but I'm going to give it to you anyways. My answer to your question, Yosel, how does a person grow a business when they are the main player in that business? So you also mentioned that he's the chef in the business. So while you're the chef in the business, you cannot be selling and getting new clients, and you can only handle a certain amount of clients a day. 3 clients, 4 clients. How many people could you cook for in a day? I think one of the reasons why we destroy, why we crush, why we kill it more than any other person in my space, in the video production space. Most video production companies are owned by the same people that are doing the shooting and the editing and the accounting of the company. They're the filmers themselves. They film and then they go edit. So while they're on set and they're filming, and while they're in their basement in their underwear, doing the editing, I'm out there selling and getting contracts like crazy, and finding guys to send to video shoots, and finding editors to edit the video footage. So the answer to your question is, Yosel, you cannot build a big business as a chef if you are the one that is the chef. You have to find great chefs that you could outsource, you could find, and that you could be the face of. And by the way, it's not hard. Why? Because usually chefs don't know how to sell. But you will know how to sell, because you are going to buy my course. And once you do, you're going to be a superhuman. And you could have 20 guys, 20 chefs working under you, working in 20 homes every single day. And that's what you want to achieve. Sales will allow you to achieve that. Let's keep on going. AR, I work in property management business. How do I ask for a deposit if my revenue is based on rent roll collections? I'm sorry, I don't understand your question, AR. Avi, in the usage and utilization of LinkedIn for leads and exposure, like you've mentioned, what would you recommend to those people who have different and less brash out there personalities than yourself? I take it as a very big compliment, by the way, that you say that I have a brash personality. So yes, I do have a brash personality, and I definitely am an extrovert. I definitely am out there. So what advice would I give to somebody who's trying to gain traction on LinkedIn is you have to share your story, and you have to share it in a way that you feel comfortable with. You cannot be something that you're not for so long. People eventually will smell fraud, and you don't want people to do that. People will smell it, right? So if you're a quiet person and you're trying to gain traction on LinkedIn, write posts. Written posts get way more visibility than anything else on LinkedIn. I happen to hate writing. You saw I couldn't even spell the word offer. I had to go Google it. But I love doing video. So that's my medium. That's my medium for getting my message out there. So anybody who wants to gain traction on LinkedIn and get leads through LinkedIn, first of all, the only way to do it is posting. And second of all, post what you feel comfortable with and just be yourself on LinkedIn, and people eat it up, because there's people, by the way, that don't like doing business with me because I'm too brash, right? And that's okay, because I have all the other people that want to do business with me. But if you're yourself, all those people that don't like doing business with Berel Solomon because he's too brash will do busy with you, Avi, because they like your style. All right. Let's keep on going. Israel, and if I already pay for the master course, can I get the LinkedIn? We could talk about it after. Maybe you could sell me on it. Let's keep on going. Joey Berg, do I need to be on social media if I'd like to do one day to make it big as an entrepreneur? I find it's time consuming and does not beat face-to-face meetings and networking. Joey Berg, I absolutely agree with you that social media is time consuming. Look, I think the only thing that you really need for business is is LinkedIn. Everything else, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. I mean, I get no love from Facebook. I get no love from Instagram. I get no love from any of these things. Why? Because people are not looking for business and sales when they go on Facebook. People are looking to see, pictures of their grandchildren or to spy on their neighbors. So if you're in business, you don't have to be on every social media channel. It doesn't have to consume your life. LinkedIn is the only thing that you need in order to build your business. Guys, we have 8 minutes and 23 seconds left. I just want to remind everybody, we have 8 minutes and 23 seconds left. I made you guys a crazy offer. I just want to show you guys again. I want to show you guys the offer again. Special offer, full access to Sales Master Course, $195 value. LinkedIn deep dive course. But guys, I'm probably one of the top 1% users of LinkedIn on planet Earth. I'm going to be teaching how to use that thing like crazy. You guys want to get in early. Sales Master Course audiobook, $90 value, and I'm not charging you guys 1 penny more for it. It's not $584. It's $93. Please go right now live to berelsolomon.com/special offer so you guys could pick up that special offer because you spent time with me here tonight. I love you guys. Let's keep on going. Suzanne Spanner, what do you do when you make a deal and then the other person changes the agreement? How do you get back on track? You got to load your pipeline up with 100 other deals. That's business. Spit happens in business. I've had so many times when things just didn't work out. You can't take things personally and you can't get upset and you can't get bitter about it. You got to just load up your pipeline to make sure that you are protected, that no matter if 5 deals go through, you still have 50 in the pipeline so you're not bitter about it. Zalman, not a question. I bought your course and I'm super pumped. Zalman, I love you too, buddy. Thank you so much. Denrick Samanda, I bought your offer. When will you inform about the LinkedIn deep dive and when will I get the audiobooks? Thanks. Thank you so much for buying it. You're awesome. I love you, buddy. I'm going to be releasing both in the first week of September, God willing, and you will get an email because you are awesome. All right. Next question from Sophia. What's the best way to speak to a potential client when you need to put down a competitor who is also a friend? So how do you do, or also, you actually wrote also Jewish. I changed the word, who is also Jewish. The way that you do it is you don't talk about the other person, what they have bad about them. You talk about what's great about you, why you're the winner, why you're the right person to choose, why you're excellent. And if you believe it in your heart, then you are happy that that person's going to go with you. Next, should I look how to make more money even if you don't enjoy it, or do something that you don't enjoy, but you can make more money? Look, you don't have to be in love. You don't have to be in love with the thing that you're doing. Money is a good thing in itself. You don't have to be in love with your job. Can I say that I love video production? I can't say that I love it, but it pays the bills and it pays them well. So I like it. I enjoy it. It's decent. It's okay. I'm going to do it anyways. I've done jobs before that I absolutely hated when I was stuck with no growth. I think that if a person is successful in whatever they're doing, they're going to enjoy it. So you don't have to love what you're doing. I don't think that you should chase your dreams. And if you love baking, you should open up a bakery. I don't think that's the answer. No, I think that you should do what brings you money easily and happily, and that does not cause you a physical harm and stress to your body. Harold Goldberg, already bought the Sales Master Course. Great stuff. How much for the LinkedIn Technique course? We'll talk afterwards. I'll hook you up. Don't worry about it. Sandra, I am a supply chain specialist. How can I sell your experience to the US market when there are so many restrictions? Sandra, there are a lot of restrictions in the supply chain area. I agree with you. But let me tell you about a friend of mine. Some of you may know him. His name is Jamie Ben Isri. All right. I once had a friend of mine, he's a lawyer. He said, yeah, you know what? I would love to use social media, but I'm a lawyer and law is all, there's so many regulations and blah, blah, blah. So I don't really post anything and I don't really advertise and I don't really put myself out there. I said to them, I have one word for you, buddy. 2 words, Jamie Ben Isri. He's a lawyer. The guy puts out content every single day. The guy's on every social media channel you could absolutely imagine. I think that when people say that they have too many restrictions and that's why they don't want to promote and advertise, I think it's just an excuse because they probably don't know how to promote and advertise. So you don't let the restrictions stop you. Obviously, don't break any laws, but it should not stop you from growing your business. Joel Simonovich, how long is the course? Good question. The course is just over 2 hours long, Joseph. I'm sorry, Joel. The thing is designed to cut out, again, all the fluff and just go right to the point. Hajar, What should I do if I can't afford $93? I'm only a student, but I want to learn and train. Hajar, look, you got to pay the price. You paid the price. You paid probably a couple $100 for some of your textbooks on geography that are going to get you nowhere. Figure out how to get the $93. After tonight, you should have enough tools, enough skills to figure out how to earn and scrape together $93. Go figure out how to make the $93 and then go buy the course. I would say give it to you for free, but the $93 is not going to, I'd rather you earn it and then go buy it than just get it for free, because I want you to start selling even if you never buy the course. All right. Here we go. Can you please, Avraham Minsky, can you please post a link to buy the course? Guys, it's right here below, berelsolomon.com/special offer. berelsolomon.com/special offer. I don't know, where could I put it over here? Could I put it in the, could somebody write it? Q&A. Maybe I could put it in the Q&A. Could you guys see each other's questions? Anyways, it's right here, buddy. berelsolomon.com/special offer. Let's keep on going forward. Marcus Baker. Where are we? Yoso Green. I would love to hear from you in a nutshell how you would sum up the main power of LinkedIn. Thanks for your value on LinkedIn and Master Course. Yisrael, you're the best. Thank you so much. What is my, in a nutshell on LinkedIn, I'll tell you really it's three things, okay? Number one is consistency. People want to see that you're showing up every single day. Nobody wants to invest in a program, on a Netflix program that only has one episode. They want to know that they have entertainment and they have value for the next, whatever it is, 2-3 months of their lives. Consistency is so important on LinkedIn, you cannot imagine. People want to know that you are going to be there showing up every single day. So that's number one. And number two is you have to make sure that you are engaging with the people that are liking your posts, right? If you see a president of a company that could be a potential buyer for your product, he likes or she likes your post, that is a lead. A like is a lead. So you have to make sure that you're making money from LinkedIn, because if you're not making money from it, you're going to lose interest in it and you're not going to be all in on it. Whatever it is that you guys are doing, guys, there has to be a monetary return to it. LinkedIn is the exact same thing. You got to make sure that the people that are engaging with you, you're selling them stuff. How do you sell things? You buy my course, berelsolomon.com/special offer. Go buy it now. It's ending in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay. Elisha Shloimi, I'm a real estate agent, and I think everyone can sell a home. All agents put it on the MLS, advertise the home, and will sell it. What differentiates me from other agents? Work out putting other agents down. P.S. I just bought the course. Elisha, you're the man. Thank you so much for buying the course. I love you so much. So Alicia, I think it's Alicia, by the way. Alicia has a great question. There's a million real estate agents out there. Once you put the listing online, how is selling going to help you sell that course any different than anybody else? I'll give you an example. I was looking for a home. I went to go visit a home with a real estate agent, and I didn't like the home that I saw. I never got a call one time from that real estate agent. They never called me back. They never said, hey, by the way, I have another listing to show you. I have another product to show you. And they never even asked me why I didn't like the house. The reason why I didn't like the house is because it was too big. So if you would have asked me, hey, Berel, why didn't you like that house? I would have said, because it's too big. I only have 3 kids right now, and I don't need a bigger house. He would have been able to show me a different product. But because he didn't have sales skills, he didn't know how to move me up or down the product list. And he also didn't know how to tease out of me what it is that the buyer, me, was really looking for. So that's how you could differentiate yourself as a real estate agent. Guys, 1 minute and 59 seconds left to buy your master course. berelsolomon.com/special offer. Go get it now. You will not get this offer anywhere else. Let me just review the offer, by the way. Hang on. Before we go forward into questions, I want to review this offer. Slide number 50. Special offer. Let me just go over it. You get full access to the master course, usually $195. You get it for... You also have number 2, LinkedIn deep dive course. Nobody has gotten it yet. It's going to be epic. It's much more expensive, as you guys can see, than the master course, because we're going up in life, not down in life. Sales master course on audio book, so you can listen to the first thing listen to me in your ear, no matter where you are, on your way to work, on your way to a sales meeting, on your way to close the deal. You can listen to Big B in your ear. You're also going to have a 30-day money-back guarantee. If my products don't make you at least 10 times what you spent on them, we return your money at no questions asked. We're not charging you $584 for it. I'm charging you $93. Guys, it is less than the cost. It is less than the cost of going out for dinner with your wife or your husband. It is less than the cost of most subscriptions, of your Netflix subscription. Go do yourself a favor. Drop the $93. It'll be worth every single penny. And by the way, it won't cost anything, because if it doesn't bring you money, you're getting your money back. I have to bring you value. Okay, let's go back to our Q&A over here. Oh no, we're done. Guys, should we extend it? Raise your hands if you want to extend it. If I get at least, oh wow, 35, 41. You guys are awesome. Okay, I'm going to give you guys another 20 minutes here. Oh my gosh, it's late. You guys are taking out of me. Okay, guys, you have another 20 minutes. Everybody that's on this right now, you have another 20 minutes to go grab it. Here we go. Alex Hersenberg, already got your class, but I would love your LinkedIn class. I love you too, buddy. Dada, I'm a commercial and residential cleaner. Want to be the leader of the market, my type of guy, but can't due to the lack of contracts and employees. So that's a very good point that you bring up, by the way. As a business owner, you have to sell employees to come work for you. You have to, especially in Canada right now, nobody wants to work because of COVID and they're getting money from the government. You literally have to sell people to come work for you. So Dada, what would I say to you? I would say, first of all, there are a lot of people that need cleaning. Actually, I'd argue now more than ever. So I would shift and pivot your business a little bit, just from a regular cleaner to go heavy on this COVID thing, and to start projecting yourself as you're now the leader, #1 COVID cleaner on planet flipping Earth. And this is what you specialize in, you're the best at, and go heavy and hard on this COVID thing and really capture market share. And when this whole thing is over, those guys are going to be your clients. In terms of your employees, you have to know how to sell. You have to sell them on future growth of your company. You have to sell them that they have a future with you, that they're going to grow with you, that they're getting in at the bottom with you, and you have to sell them a future vision. Alrighty. User admin, do you offer mentor support for those taking the course? Listen, it's not official. I don't list it anywhere, but anybody who's asked me a question once they take the course, I've answered those questions because I care about your well-being. Again, guys, remember, this is not my main hustle. This is my side. This is what I do for fun. This is my side gig to help all my friends out here that are watching this. But yes, I do offer support. Drop me a line on LinkedIn. I have a policy that I try to the best of my ability to answer every person that messages me on LinkedIn. Eli Shachat, I work with high net worth clients, developing strategies to tax effectively transfer their wealth. If I've had an HNW client, a high net worth client, who does not want to proceed with one of our strategies, how would you suggest getting back in the door with them? Often you get one shot with rich people. It's hard to get back in the door with another product or strategy. That's an absolutely great point, Ellie. You have to find different angles. You have to find different products. You got to find out when his birthday is, and you got to send him a gift basket on his birthday. You got to find out if his son is having a wedding. You send them a beautiful wedding gift. You send flowers to the guy's office. Just keep on sending flowers every single week. Send flowers to the guy's office before Shabbat, before the Sabbath, and the guy will love you for it, and drive the guy nuts until he lets you earn his business. I hope that brought you value. Emmanuel Yokana, PS just got the course and looking forward to it. Emmanuel, you are the best. Thank you. God bless you. Guys, go grab the course. BerelSolomon.com/special offer. Israel, how would you recommend the best ways to sell your nursing home to a community over selling it to the hospitals as they are being difficult? Need to find different avenues. Already purchased a special offer. Thanks. Israel, you're the best. I love you, buddy. So Israel wants to know, how is he able to sell his nursing home into the market when the hospitals are being difficult right now? The answer is going through Facebook and Instagram like super heavy and posting videos 3 or 4 times a day of residents having the best time, and flood the internet and become the #1 most known nursing home in your space. There's no other way around it. You have to become known in your space, and don't be at the mercy of the hospitals or anybody else. Take control of your life and take control of your messaging, and stop letting the hospitals dictate who comes to you. You start bypassing the hospitals and going to community from social media. 100%. Okay, anonymous attendee. I don't like when people don't put their names, but I'm going to answer your question anyways. How would you suggest to reach a prospect who doesn't have time to Zoom and hardly ever picks up the phone? My personal favorite, show up at the person's office unannounced. Come there with a Starbucks coffee, come there with something, bagels, donuts, who knows what. Show up at the guy's office, find out his address, and just show up and smile. How can I spend 1 hour selling and make $10,000? Lol, you are good. Israel, I absolutely love you as well. You could do it by finding great products to sell that sell easily that people actually need. Pius, have purchased the course. Look forward to opening many doors. Pius, you're amazing. Thank you. I love you, buddy. Guys, please go grab the course, berelsolomon.com/special offer. You guys will not see this offer anywhere else. You guys earned it for sitting with me for almost 2 hours now. You guys are awesome. Michal, hi, Berel. As someone in real estate, imaging tech, you can imagine how few realtors know how to use it or want to. By the way, I got your masterclass a few weeks ago, and it's really great. I love you too. Let me just understand your question here, Michal. Hi, Berel. As someone in real estate, imaging tech, you can't imagine how few realtors know how to use it or want to. By the way, I got your class. Okay, here's your problem, Michal. You are going to the wrong people. Real estate agents are notorious for being cheap, and it has nothing to do with real estate agents. These guys have a difficult life. They may only sell a few properties a year. It's very hard for them to pick up momentum. You know, if they're selling one a month, to even two a month, maybe some only sell one property a year. So they're very, very careful with their dollars and cents because they don't know when their next deal is coming through. Real estate, you make a lot of money, but it's in like intervals. Who knows when the next, dry spout is going to come? Who knows when the next deal is going to come? You're selling it to the wrong people. You should be selling your imaging. You should be selling your technology to the people who own the buildings, to the owners of the, or who own the house. You should knock on the door, the front door and say, hey, I have a great product for you. It only costs $1,000. It's going to help you get more value for your house. And you could give it to your real estate agent once we do it, right? So don't go to the real estate agents, go to the homeowners, find out from the real estate agent the listing, and go to the person that owns the property and knock on their door and offer your services and let them give it to the real estate agent. Guys, I'm going to really try to answer everybody's question here. So please hang in here with me. I'm going methodically down and down. Avi Hersenberg, what chapter is about writing a contract? It's on there. I think it's called meetings. What should I focus on writing a contract? Also by Avi. So there's two things in a contract. There is products or services, and there is price. So here's what you should do. You should come to meetings with blank, templated contracts that you're able to fill in as you're talking to the people, and you fill it in so you could come prepared. You want to you don't want to leave an in-person meeting without a signed contract. You don't want to add time to the equation. You want to take as much time out of it as possible. So you want to make sure that your pricing is sharp, right? You give them the discount. You give them the discount already. Even before you presented the price, you say to them, usually it's $15,000, but you know what? I took my price down to $10,000 if we could get this done today, right? Kind of like we did over here, $548 worth of value. But if you do it right now, it's $93. Just reminding everybody, go grab the special offer, berelsolomon.com/special offer. Ralph Moeller, I'm in the Ribitzner Rebbe's Caver right now, listening to your course. What is your Hebrew name so I could daven for you? That's very kind of you. Berel Ben Shendel, thank you so much. Joel Simonovich, I'm an insurance agent. Can you give me some good tips on how to close quick and fast? By the way, I'm just going to read out whose other questions I have over here so you know that I'm going to get to them. I have Dwan. I'm going to get to your question. Amber, Yosso, Backman, Eva Kornbluth, Avi Hersenberg, C. Deitch, and then everybody else is anonymous. And then we have Chris Luth, Sam. I'm going to try to get to people who have names first. So let's keep on going, guys. Joel Simonovitz, I'm an insurance agent. Can you give me some good tips on how to close quick and fast? Look, if you're an insurance agent, you got to come there. I've had insurance guys try to sell me a policy. They come to my office, they waste an hour of my time, and then they make me wait 2 or 3 weeks before they come back to me with their proposal. You don't have to wait 2 or 3 weeks. You sell all the time. You could have a contract that literally says, you know what? I'm going to be a real estate agent, your insurance agent. I think it's going to cost you about $2,000 a month or whatever it is. And I will please sign this right over here, and I will even try to get it under $2,000 a month and leave with a signed contract. He doesn't have to sign his policy, but get him to sign a contract, right? You don't have to wait 3 months until you have a policy in front of him. Get him to sign something. Hope that brought you value. Dwan Barney, what is the best way to respond to a like on LinkedIn post? Should I say that thanks on messaging? Yes. So Dwan, what is it? It's a good question. I mentioned before, guys, that likes are leads on LinkedIn. So when you see a person that likes your post, and by the way, I don't suggest doing this for every single person, because you don't want to waste your time. You want to do this for people that are going to buy from you. People that are going to buy from you are usually presidents, CEOs, or people that have money. You don't want to waste your time squeezing water from a rock. Only Moses could do that. You are not Moses. Go for rich people. So when you see that a rich person can buy your product, or somebody that is your target client or target market liked your post, you reach out to them and you say, hey, Steven, thank you so much for liking my post. That's it. When the guy responds to you and he says, gives you a thumbs up, or he says, yeah, nice post, or thanks, you write back to him, hey, Steven, let's try hopping on a call next week. And then he's going to say, great. Nobody's doing anything next week. And then you ask him for his phone number, and it's that simple. Make sense? Great. I'm having fun, guys. Raise your hand if you're having fun. Woo! Amber, 27 people. Yes, you guys are awesome. What great, I'm so humbled, by the way. I want to say that I'm so humbled to be here with you guys. I have so much respect for you, so much love for you. You cannot imagine how much I care about the people that I'm connected to online. I know you guys. You guys think I don't follow your stuff. I follow all your stuff. Thank you guys for being here. You guys are very, very near and dear to me. Amber, I just bought the course. You convinced me when you, I love you too. When you lack sales confidence, but have the skills to make it. When you lack sales confidence, but have the skills to make it happen. If you know how to do sales, then you are going to have confidence, right? When a person skydives, when a person's jumping out of a plane and they have never jumped out of a plane before, they're petrified. Why? They don't have any confidence because they don't have the skills of a skydiver. But if a person practices skydiving, learns all the books, trains on the ground, does everything that they have to do, they watched all the manuals, they read all this, when they jump out of that plane, they feel much better than the person that has not trained, right? So when you are confident, when you train, you're going to be confident to go out and do sales. Guys, keep on going. We have 7 minutes and 43 seconds actually this time because it's almost 10 o'clock and I have a big day tomorrow. I'm going out of town. BerelSolomon.com/special offer. I'm just going to review it one more time. And I'm going to get to everybody's question, by the way. Every single person that asked this question past, let's say 9:50, I'm going to get to that question. Let's just go to our special offer again. Special offer is you get access to the LinkedIn Master Course, usually $195. Number 2, LinkedIn Deep Dive course, huge value here. You guys do not want to miss this. This is going to be $299 worth of value. You are getting it for free today when you sign up. Sales Master Course audiobook, September. This, by the way, LinkedIn Deep Dive is also happening in September. That's a $90 value. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so it actually doesn't cost you anything because you have to make at least 10 times the money you invested with me. Usually that would cost $584. Today, I'm giving it to you for 93 minutes, and that is valid for the next. Let's go back to the slide. Let's see how much time we have. All right, it starts over. I think we're at 7 minutes, right, guys? That's valid for the next 7 minutes. Let's go back to our Q&A. All righty. I'm going to get to everybody's question, by the way. Just hang in there. Okay. Yosso Backman, how do you build a team if you don't generate enough revenue as you do now to hire a full-time team, but without them, you can't grow? Go and hire people remotely. There's Fiverr, there's all kinds of websites today. There's Upwork. There's all kinds of incredible things out there. You don't have to have a full-time employee today to have people help you in your business. Actually, I suggest not hiring full-time employees. It's too volatile right now with COVID. Let's see where the cards fall. I've actually outsourced a lot of stuff in my business that used to be in-house, stuff that I used to pay people $70,000 a year for. We now outsource, and it's actually much better with no drama. And I'm the client. You know what the best part about outsourcing is? When you have people that work for you, when you're the boss, you actually work for your employees. You have to take care of them. You have to be nice to them. You have to make sure they're fed. You have to baby them. When you are hiring a contractor, you are the client. So they're working for you, but you're the client. It's like the best of both worlds. Here we go. Abe, how do you stay motivated when things are not going that great? Wow, this is such a great question, Abe. Something that I personally work on so often. The thing that makes me motivated, and I think the thing that makes everybody motivated, is success. Success breeds more success. The problem is, in order to achieve success, you have to work at it. You have to work hard. So there's days, like I've tried everything, like trying to pump myself up and trying to make myself feel good and try to motivate myself. First of all, when you have somebody that is coaching you, that is a tremendous help. So if you buy my sales course, I'm going to motivate you through that sales course. But again, Grant Cardone has so much content out there. When I'm feeling down, I plug that guy into my ear and he makes me feel like $1 million and puts me back into the headspace. But even more than that lately, like I think I'm past that because I pretty much learned 99% of everything that he has to say at this point. Now he's just like repackaging it in different ways. But the way that I motivate myself is sometimes I'm not motivated. And I just work. I just push. I just do what has to get done. I push out the emails. I push out the phone calls and I drudge through it and I hate it. But you know what? When you keep on working, you get a success. And once you taste that success, it motivates you to get more. So the two things that I would say is plug somebody into your ear that's popular. Some people like Gary Vaynerchuk, some people like Grant Cardone, some people like Berel Solomon. But plug somebody into your ear that's whispering positivity into it. And also just motivation is not that important. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Even if you don't want to do it, just do it. Joel Friedman, why is $20,000 and then $200,000? If $200,000 is doable, then why not 200,000 and then 10x to 2 million? I'm not sure I understand the question. Elazar Klein, is posting images of jobs done effective? I am doing it for a few weeks and have little interaction. So you're looking, I don't understand your question either. I'm sorry. If you want to do it, you could do it. Izzy Steckler, what's going on, buddy? Thank you so much for joining. I love you, buddy. Saul Pillar, thank you very much for the conference. I really love it. It's my first time. Thanks. If you want to see my eBay storage, Google Ailsgit. Thanks. Thank you so much, Saul. I will check it out. Avi Hirschenberg, do you have a mentor? Yes, I do. His name is Grant Cardone for business. My spiritual mentor is Menachem Mendel Schneerson, otherwise known as the Lubavitcher Rebbe. Abe, how do I build a social media business page if I work as an independent contractor for a company and cannot put a company name as my own? I'll tell you, Abe, I really care so much more about, by the way, there's 2 minutes left to go get your special offer, everybody. Please, 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 please don't miss out on this. Abe, I care so much more about my personal brand than my company brand, because I could change companies and everything, but I cannot change myself. So if you actually go to my, Wealthy Commercials social media, it's like 1/10 as robust as my personal social media is. Maybe that's more important for Apple, a gigantic, ginormous company that's selling B2C, business to client products. But I think in the B2B world, people are buying the person. So I wouldn't worry so much about making a company page. I would build up your personal social media much more. Let's keep on going. Somebody said reset the timer. Guys, you have 2 minutes left. Chris Luth, bought the course, pivoting my life to this. Nervous but excited. Don't sell me short, Berel. Chris, I love you, buddy. I'm so proud of you. You're going to do amazing. And hey, listen, flip me a message on LinkedIn. And if I could help you, I'm so happy to help. That's what I'm looking to do. Sam, just want to shout out, thanks for the course. It's great. Keep up the good work. I love you too, Sam. Chris Luth, hey, Berel, I believe in the value of mentors. Do you? If so, do you have any advice of them finding, using, etc.? Chris, don't look any further. Plug yourself into Grant Cardone or plug yourself into Big B, Berel Solomon. I put out content on LinkedIn every single day. If you like my content on LinkedIn, please raise your hand. You guys are awesome. I love you. I really love you. You guys are so sweet. I really consider you guys, each person that's here, really a friend first and foremost. It's been like fun to hang out with you tonight. Guys, if there's no other questions, I'm going to let this clock tick out. We did an extra 20-minute session anyways. It was amazing. I love you guys. Please, please, please. Could you raise your hand if you have not bought the course yet? I see you guys. I see you guys. I see how many people didn't buy it. What is stopping you? Is it the 93 bucks? Don't be shy about it, guys. Go do yourself a favor. I put so much love, so much energy, so much passion, so much intelligence, so much learning, so much knowledge experience into this thing. Go do yourself a favor and go grab this thing. Okay, a few more questions over here. Joel Friedman, if I bought the course, when will I get the bonuses? You get them in September. Guys, any other questions before we end? Good. Guys, this has been amazing. I love you all. I will keep the offer up for a little while to give you guys a chance to go grab it. It has been such a pleasure. I love you all. BerelSolomon.com/special offer. Go grab it. It's still up there. I'm going to leave it up there for a little window just to give everybody enough time to sign off and go grab it. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for all of your time, for all of your patience, for all of your love. You guys are special people. I can't wait to see you guys successful. I can't wait to see you guys build. I can't wait to see you guys grow. And tomorrow morning, when tomorrow morning hits, ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to get up and to smile and to go conquer the world because you are capable of it.